the white trunks, Zora Foley, the challenger. In the dark trunks, they are brown.
He said, I'm going to let this guy get pushed back. Right now,
Mike's looking to duck and keep his leverage low and come up banging.
Good shot there. Pissing up on. I say, he's far off there, you know what.
Boxing has always been about rivalries, skill, and legacy. But over the past few years, the sport has undergone a dramatic transformation. What was once dominated by legends like Muhammad Ali, Mike Tyson, and Floyd Mayweather is now sharing the stage with influencers, YouTubers, TikTokers, and social media personalities. The rise of influencer boxing began in 2018, when YouTubers KSI and Logan Paul squared off in what was initially seen as a novelty. But the numbers spoke for themselves. Millions of viewers tuned in, and pay-per-view revenue soared. This wasn't just a one-off. It was the beginning of a new era for the sport. Since then, influencers like Jake Paul have taken the movement to unprecedented heights. Jake's journey from YouTuber to professional boxer has been polarizing, to say the least. His knockouts, flashy promotions, and relentless callouts of traditional fighters have captured the attention of millions. But his rise hasn't come without criticism. This blend of spectacle and sport has opened new doors for boxing. On the one hand, it's introducing the sport to a younger audience, bringing in revenue and keeping boxing in the headlines. But on the other, purists argue it's undermining the integrity of a discipline that's built on years of dedication and skill. On November 15, 2024, influencer boxing reached a new level of controversy. Jake Paul, at 27 years old, stepped into the ring with Mike Tyson, the 58-year-old former heavyweight champion. Promoted as a clash of generations, the fight promised an intriguing mix of Jake's brash confidence and Tyson's legendary power and experience. It was billed as an unmissable event, with weeks of promotional hype building anticipation worldwide. The event shattered viewership records, reportedly drawing an audience of 65 million households, making it one of the most watched boxing matches in recent history.
Dad broke down in tears when he told him he was going to face Mike Tyson. We are putting the real in surreal, and Tyson, in his trademark, requested the 2-minute rounds, wanting to see more action. He just landed the overhand right, testing the beard of Paul early.
Paul has hit him too.
However, despite its commercial success, the fight left many fans and critics disillusioned. Observers quickly pointed out that the bout felt more like a staged spectacle than a genuine boxing contest, raising questions about the authenticity of the fight. Mike Tyson's performance, in particular, became the subject of intense scrutiny. Some noted that he appeared to hold back, sparking allegations that the fight was rigged to favor Jake Paul. Tyson, who had openly discussed the challenges of training at his age, did not respond to the claims, but Jake Paul's unanimous decision victory only fueled the controversy. For many, the match's legitimacy was in serious doubt. The age gap between the fighters also raised significant ethical concerns. Tyson, approaching 60, was still a formidable figure, but was it fair or even safe for him to face an opponent in his athletic prime? Critics argued that the fight exploited Tyson's storied legacy for the sake of entertainment, reducing one of the greatest heavyweights in boxing history to a mere participant in a spectacle. Jake Paul, however, remained steadfast in his defense of the bout. In a post-fight interview, he stated, "This wasn't about winning or losing, it was about respect. Mike is a legend, and I wanted to show that I belong in the ring with the best."
Jake, congratulations on the victory. Are you surprised that went the distance?
First and foremost, Mike Tyson, it's such an honor. Let's give it up for Mike, bro. He's a legend. He's the greatest to ever do it. He's the GOAT. I look up to him. I'm inspired by him, and we wouldn't be here today without him. This man is an icon.
While Paul's comments were meant to legitimize his efforts, they did little to sway fans and experts who saw the event as yet another example of influencer boxing prioritizing showmanship over the true artistry and discipline of the sport. For many, this fight symbolized a broader shift in boxing's identity. Once a sport celebrated for its technical brilliance and raw athleticism, it now seems increasingly entangled with spectacle and celebrity-driven events. Whether this evolution is a necessary adaptation or a troubling departure from boxing's roots remains a hotly debated question. While influencer boxing focuses heavily on entertainment and attracting younger audiences, another layer of complexity has emerged in the sport today: politics. Traditional fighters like Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua have become central figures in politically driven sports agendas, particularly in countries like Saudi Arabia, where mega events are reshaping the global sports landscape. Saudi Arabia has invested billions in sports as part of its Vision 2030 initiative, aiming to diversify its oil-dependent economy and bolster its global image. Boxing has become a key component of this strategy, with blockbuster matches like Fury vs. Usyk and Anthony Joshua's bouts serving as headline events. These matches are not just athletic competitions, they're showcases for Saudi Arabia's ambitions to be seen as a modern and influential force in global sports. However, these events have drawn significant criticism from human rights organizations. Groups like Amnesty International and Human Rights Watch accuse Saudi Arabia of using sports to distract from its human rights abuses, a tactic often referred to as sports washing. Concerns include the imprisonment of political dissidents, restrictions on women's rights, and the country's role in the Yemen conflict. Critics argue that hosting glitzy events cannot erase these underlying issues. Fighters like Anthony Joshua have found themselves in challenging positions. When questioned about these concerns, Joshua has defended his decision to fight in Saudi Arabia, highlighting the opportunities created by the kingdom's investments. This is a chance to bring boxing to new audiences and create a positive impact, he has said. While some applaud this pragmatic approach, others argue that financial incentives, sometimes reaching tens of millions of dollars, often overshadow ethical considerations. Meanwhile, influencers like Jake Paul have also entered this politically charged landscape. In 2023, Paul faced Tommy Fury in Saudi Arabia, blending influencer boxing showmanship with the spectacle of a politically motivated event. These matches not only draw massive viewership, but also further cement Saudi Arabia's position as a global player in sports entertainment. This intertwining of entertainment, politics, and sport raises an important question: what happens to the soul of boxing? As the sport becomes increasingly tied to spectacle and political agendas, it faces a delicate balancing act. Can boxing maintain its authenticity and integrity, or will it be consumed by the forces reshaping it? The rise of influencer boxing and the involvement of traditional fighters in politically charged events reflect a sport in transition. On one side, there's the undeniable appeal of bringing new audiences to boxing and generating unprecedented revenue. On the other, there's the risk of diluting the sport's identity and turning it into a tool for entertainment or political agendas. As we look to the future, boxing faces a pivotal moment. Will it embrace these changes fully, or will it find a way to balance tradition with innovation? For fans, fighters, and promoters, this is a debate that will define the sport for years to come. What do you think? Has influencer boxing helped or hurt the sport? And how should fighters navigate the ethical challenges of politically driven events? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on everything happening in the boxing world.